You're paying $45 for a foundation with anti-aging printed on the label, and within 2 hours, it's oxidized orange, cracked along your smile lines, and crawled into wrinkles you didn't even know you had. You didn't age between breakfast and lunch. The product failed you. The FDA doesn't require a single brand to prove an anti-aging claim before printing it on the bottle. Two conglomerates own most of the prestige foundations you've trusted your whole life. They quietly reformulated, they swapped the actives for fillers, they kept the price and bet you wouldn't notice. We're going through 10 foundations, worst to best. The 5 that should embarrass the brands that made them, and the 5 that actually earned a spot on your vanity in 2026. Starting with the worst 5, number 5, Revlon Color Stay, 4 out of 10. I'll give Revlon credit for the first hour. For 60 minutes, Color Stay actually looks decent on your skin. Clean coverage, smooth finish, you walk out the door feeling good, then you smile in your car mirror and the foundation cracks in half down your laugh lines like dry clay on a riverbed. By lunchtime, it's separating across your cheeks, settling into every expression line, and making you look like you slept in last night's makeup. Reddit's over 40 makeup community has been posting side-by-side photos for years. Morning application next to the noon check-in. The cracking is always the same. This foundation was built for skin that doesn't move. If you're over 45 and your face still has expressions, Color Stay will punish you for every single one. We spent our 20s and 30s trusting this brand. It's time to say goodbye. And you'd think cracking would be the worst a foundation could do to you. The one at number 4 found something worse. It made you look exhausted before your day even started. Number 4, Clinique Even Better, 2.5 out of 10. Even better than what exactly? Because it certainly wasn't better than bare skin. Clinique. Even Better goes on flat, dull, and completely lifeless. It clings to every dry patch on your face like a magnet and somehow drains all the warmth right out of your complexion. A Makeup Alley reviewer in her 50s described it as looking like she'd been embalmed. That review has over 400 helpful votes from women who had the exact same experience. Clinique has been selling skincare since 1968, 58 years of trust. And this is what they put out for mature skin. The only reason it got half a point over the next 3 is because at least it didn't oxidize. That's the bar now. Your foundation stayed the correct color. Congratulations. But staying the correct color doesn't help you when the formula dries into your face like cement. That's what number 3 does, and it does it within an hour. Number 3, Tarte Amazonian Clay, 2 out of 10. This is what happens when a formula designed for 25-year-old skin gets put on a woman with actual life on her face. Tarte Amazonian Clay dries down into a matte concrete finish that grabs onto fine lines, pores, and dry patches like it's documenting them for a medical textbook. Every imperfection amplified, every bit of dehydration turned into a canyon on your cheeks. Birdie's 2025 review specifically flagged the Amazonian Clay as not recommended for mature or dry skin types. They were being polite. One of my regular clients scraped this off at noon, and her bare skin underneath genuinely looked better. If you're over 45 and you live anywhere with dry air or air conditioning, this product will age you 15 years by lunch. So number 5, cracked. Number 4, drained the life out of your face. Number 3, turned your skin into a desert. The foundation at number 2 went further. It went on like a home renovation project and stayed that way until your own family started asking questions. Number 2, CoverGirl Simply Ageless, 0 out of 10. The audacity of printing the word ageless on this label should require a legal disclaimer. CoverGirl. Simply Ageless goes on like wall plaster. Thick, heavy, sitting on top of your skin like a mask that has nothing to do with the face underneath it. By midday, every crease, line, and pore is filled with product, not concealed. Filled. Like grout between bathroom tiles. A woman on Reddit posted that she wore this to a family dinner, and her own daughter pulled her aside and asked if she was feeling all right. That post got 2,000 upvotes from women who had the same story. Your own daughter thinking something is medically wrong with you because of how a foundation made you look. CoverGirl has been in American bathrooms since 1961. 65 years of loyalty from the women who built that brand, and a 0 is what they got back. If you've made it this far and you're still reaching for any of those 4, we haven't gotten to the worst one yet. But before number 1, do me a favor and hit subscribe. We break down what's actually happening inside the beauty industry every week. Not influencer favorites, not brand deals, just the receipts on what you're putting on your skin. The button is right there, now. Number 1. The only foundation on this list to earn a negative score. Number 1. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, negative 2 out of 10. Not a 1, not a 0, a negative 2. Because this product didn't just fail, it actively made skin look worse than wearing nothing at all. Within 30 minutes, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind oxidized into a shade of muddy orange that had nothing to do with the skin tone it was matched to at the drugstore beauty aisle. And then it settled into wrinkles that were not visible before application, not exaggerating fine lines, creating new ones. The name on the tube says Age Rewind. This product fast-forwards 10 years in half an hour. Allure's reader survey placed it among the most returned drugstore foundations of 2025. The review sections on Amazon and Ulta are full of women over 40 posting photos of the oxidation next to their bare skin. The shade on their face doesn't match the shade on the bottle, and the wrinkles in the photos weren't there before application. Maybelline is owned by L'Oreal, the largest cosmetics company on Earth. $85 billion in market cap. And this is the best they could do for women over 45. Connect the dots before we get to the 5 that earned it. Maybelline is L'Oreal. CoverGirl belongs to Coty. Clinique sits inside the Estée Lauder empire. Tarte was acquired by Kosei. Revlon restructured out of bankruptcy. These aren't independent chemists handcrafting formulas in a lab somewhere. These are corporate portfolios where your foundation shares a boardroom with perfume lines, hair dye boxes, and quarterly earnings calls. The formula is not the priority, the margin is. They print anti-aging on the label because nobody stops them. 3 of the next 5 refused to play that game, and the one at number 1 did something none of these corporations even attempted. Number 5. Jones Road What the Foundation, 6.5 out of 10. Now let me save your face and your money. This tinted moisture balm from Jones Road does something every product on the worst list failed to do. It melts into your skin instead of sitting on top of it. The finish is dewy, alive, and hydrated. Your face looks like you slept 8 hours and drank water all week. Nothing settles, nothing cakes, and nothing separates at lunch. Bobbi Brown herself founded Jones Road after leaving her own namesake brand. And this formula feels like a woman who spent decades in the industry finally making something without a corporation looking over her shoulder. Who What Wear named it one of the best foundations for mature skin in 2025, and the over 40 Reddit communities treat it like a quiet cult favorite. The coverage is sheer, so you will need concealer for spots, and it doesn't last as long as the foundations higher on this list. Those 2 things hold it at 6.5. But that finish on mature skin is genuinely beautiful. The problem with Jones Road is longevity. Beautiful for a few hours, but it fades. The foundation at number 4 figured out what mature skin actually needs to stay smooth from morning through evening. Number 4, NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, 7 out of 10. This is the one that finally understands mature skin. Hydration that keeps everything smooth and moving naturally instead of stiffening up and cracking like those disasters on the worst list. A client wore this for a full day of press interviews under studio lighting, and at 6 in the evening, it still looked freshly applied. NARS Light Reflecting doesn't grab dry patches. It doesn't settle into lines. It doesn't betray you at lunch. Allure gave it a Best of Beauty award and specifically called out how well it performs on mature skin. Trustpilot reviewers over 50 consistently rate it above 4 stars. If it had more coverage for dark spots, this would sit higher. But 7 out of 10 is where foundations start doing their actual job instead of creating new problems. But good hydration is one thing. The foundation at number 3 does everything right, quietly, consistently, while every brand on the worst list is out there lying to your face. Number 3, Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Foundation, 8 out of 10. I have used this on more faces than I can count, and it has never once caused drama. Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear goes on smooth, stays put all day, doesn't cling to dryness, doesn't emphasize texture, and doesn't fall apart at 3 in the afternoon because the air conditioning kicked on. Polished, effortless from morning to night. The color you put on at 7 in the morning is the color you're still wearing at 7 at night. You put it on and forget you're wearing makeup. That is the highest compliment any foundation can earn. It disappears into your skin and lets you look like yourself, just more rested. The beauty press has ranked it in their top 5 for women over 40 for 3 years running. After what those first 5 products put us through, this is what we deserve. If number 3 is reliability, number 2 is where luxury stops being a marketing word and starts being something you can feel the second it touches your skin. Number 2, Armani Luminous Silk, 9 out of 10. This is what $70 is supposed to feel like on your face. Giorgio Armani. Luminous silk is lightweight, blends like butter, and makes everything look smooth without a trace of effort. It doesn't settle into lines. It doesn't shift color. It wears beautifully from morning to night. Professional makeup artists have been using this backstage at fashion weeks for over a decade. Allure has given it best of beauty more times than almost any other foundation in the category. Yes, it costs $70 at the Armani beauty counter. After those first 5 foundations, you understand exactly why paying for quality matters. And then number 1 showed me Armani wasn't even the ceiling. The foundation at number 1 doesn't have a department store counter, doesn't have a luxury price tag, and it quietly outperformed every product on this list. Number 1, Luxe Cosmetics Foundation, 11 out of 10. I almost didn't include this one because nobody had heard of it when I first tried it. No Sephora display, no influencer campaign, no full-page ad in a magazine. A client brought it in last year and asked me to try it on her before a shoot. I was skeptical. I figured it was another Instagram brand with nice packaging and nothing behind it. And then I watched the shade adjust to her skin tone on its own without me having to swatch or blend or match anything. After 30 years of standing at beauty counters doing exactly that by hand, I just stared at it. The formula has niacinamide and hyaluronic acid in it, so your skin is actually improving while you're wearing it instead of just sitting under a layer of tinted coverage all day. The coverage builds without caking. The finish looks like real skin. And it lasts from morning to night without a single touch-up. Every client I've put this on has said the same thing. It looks like their skin, just better. It's not perfect. The shade range is still growing, so if you're very deep or very fair, you need to check their chart before ordering. And the brand is small enough that your local Ulta probably doesn't carry it yet, but it costs less than most of the drugstore products on the worst list. And it's cheaper on Amazon than anywhere else, so I'll leave a link in the description for you down below. That's the list. 5 foundations to throw away, 5 that earned a permanent spot on your vanity, and 1 that nobody's talking about yet, but should be. Every foundation on the worst list had one thing in common. It was designed in a boardroom, marketed to your insecurity, and priced like they were doing you a favor. Every foundation on the best list had something different, someone behind it who actually cared whether the product worked on a real face with real lines and real skin. That's all the difference in the world. If this saved your skin and your wallet, hit the like button and subscribe so we can keep pulling the beauty industry apart every week. The next video breaks down a product you reach for every single morning, but have never looked at the way we're about to. Bring your face and bring your skepticism.